Can you hear us okay, Ryan?
Yep.
Okay, good. We'll let him in. Thank you.
Right.
Quite a few today.
Yep. Okay, we'll get started here. We got Mikael Backlund and Milan Lucic. We'll take questions right away. Danny Austin, we'll start with you.
Thanks, Sean. I guess I'll start with Milan. A couple days ago, you were very clear that you didn't think that the team struggles were on the coach, and you said it was on the players. What is your reaction to the news that Geoff's been fired and replaced with Daryl?
I mean, it sucks, obviously. You know, you lose a good person in Geoff Ward. You know, I've known him for the last 14 years of my life, and he's been a big part of my success. And, you know, personally, he's a big part of kind of, you know, rejuvenating my career and getting me going again. And I had a lot of fun again, playing for him. And so from that standpoint, it sucks when you lose a great person like that. But, you know, when your team is inconsistent and your team's not playing well, you know, things like this happens. That's the nature of the business, nature of the sport. And, you know, he takes the fall for our poor play. So, like I said, it sucks, but, you know, there's no better wake-up call than, you know, what we had last night and today here with Daryl coming in. And so, you know, I've played for Daryl before, and, you know, I know what's coming in. And like I said, it's going to be a big wake-up call for all of us to be more consistent and better on a day-to-day basis.
And then I guess this is for Michael. On a personal level, does it feel? I mean, I've never been through what you guys are going through. Does it feel like you let Geoff Ward down a little bit as a group?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, responsibilities on all of us, not just on Wardo. Wardo did a great job when he came in, you know, first assistant coach. And then last year when he stepped up as a head coach, you know, I thought he did a great job with us, and I feel really bad what happened. I'm very disappointed that we haven't played better and that we are just a 500 club right now. I expect more from us, and so did Wardo. And yeah, you know, I'm the first to take the blame that we haven't been better. And it's on the players too. So, yeah.
And can I just ask, I guess, either of you, what was the message when you guys, I heard there was a Zoom call with Daryl this morning. What was the message that was communicated to you guys?
Just, you know, he, you know, gave us where he wants to take the team. You know, he's coming in, he's going to want us, you know, he's coming in to win. So, and that was the biggest message. I think doesn't matter. It's all about winning. Not that it wasn't before, but that's his mentality. And said, you know, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be, you know, a lot of hard work, and he expects us to compete hard on a daily basis. But yeah, the biggest thing I took away was just he's coming in to win, and nothing else is good enough.
Thank you.
We'll go to Ryan Pike next.
Hey guys, this question is for Michael. I mean, both you and Mark are sort of two of the most long-standing members of this group and this core. I guess on one hand, it's sort of, you know, obviously a bit challenging when you hear that they have to have a coaching change. But the fact that that Brad has brought in a guy who has 2 Stanley Cup rings as a head coach, does that sort of energize the group at all about what the management thinks this group is capable of going forward?
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, it's hard to lose Wardo, but, you know, we got to flip the page now. It was a tough night last night, but now we're looking forward, and we're really excited to have Daryl here coming in with his experience as a player, as a coach, and winning those 2 cups in LA. You know, he came in mid-season and turned that team around. So I believe that's where Brad is hoping for, and myself too, that he can come in here and shake this team up and, you know, be a big boost for us and help us turn the season around.
We'll go to Wes Gilbertson.
Question for Milan. I think Daryl Sutter has this kind of reputation as a hard ass, you know, a tough guy to play for. You've played for him not too long ago. Can you just speak to, you know, where the balance is with him in, in between demanding that work, but also kind of being a guy who works on those relationships with his players?
Yeah, I think, he just wants the best out of you. He wants you to compete hard and work hard. And, when he gets the best out of his players and he gets the most out of his players, that's when you get the results. And ultimately we're in a business of winning. And it's the daily grind is hard with Daryl because he expects a lot out of you on a day-to-day basis. But, when you get the results and you're winning, it's worth it at the end. And that's what he's all about. And, I was lucky enough to be a part of the LA Kings for a season in 2015-16, where we experienced a lot of success in that season. And yes, you said it, he is a hard ass and he demands a lot, but when you get the result, it's worth it in the end.
We'll go to Solemn next.
Hey, this one would be for both of you. It seems as though, coaches have cycled in and out of here through the years. And do either of you have a theory as to why sort of the message hasn't stuck with this group of players?
I've only been here for a year and a half, and it's been 3 coaches, so it's been a wild ride as far as that goes. But yeah, like I said, I've only been here for a year and a half, and I don't think there's any clearer message of what's expected of us moving forward than the move that was made last night.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of coaches here. So it's disappointing every time a coach get let go. You feel that guilt that you wasn't playing good enough. And I'm not proud saying I've been here for so long and having so many coaches, because we haven't been successful enough. So but you can just look forward, and hopefully Daryl comes in, and hopefully he's a guy who does a job and turn this thing around here, and helps us steer in the right direction, and hopefully we can get that dream come true and win the Stanley Cup.
Go to Ryan Leslie next.
Luch, if you could, maybe your best Daryl Sutter story, either around the rink or off the rink. What have you got?
I don't want to give away too many secrets about Big D, but no, it's just I remember the first time I played a game for him. It was preseason, and we were playing Anaheim in LA even in a preseason game, just to see how fired up he was and how much playing hard and winning meant to him, even in a preseason game. That was definitely something that I remember, was that first time playing for him. So just the intensity he brings to the rink every day. So that's what I got.
But he was pretty good with you, away and your family. I think that's probably safe to say, isn't it? Just maybe the side that a lot of us don't see. We know this hard coach, this bottom line kind of guy, but just the way he is with players and their families and how he's kind of willing to help out.
Yeah, you know what? That's one thing about Daryl that he might not get a lot of credit for, is he's a big family person. He cares a lot about his players and their families and all that type of stuff. I even remember the Christmas skate that we had in LA, when we were able to bring our kids and stuff, when Santa Claus was there, and he was going around holding kids and talk. You got to see a different side of him, and it's also great when he brings his son Chris around. Like I said, a big family guy and all that type of stuff, and that's a side of him that a lot of people don't get to see. And, that's a big part of who he is. And, but, and especially for me, like that summer in 2015 was a tough one for me. I lost my dad in April. A month later, my second child was born. And then a month after that, I was traded to LA. And, that's big 3 things that happened to me in a short amount of time. And the way that, you know, in the way that Daryl kind of brought me in and, you know, made me feel good about myself and good about things again, you know, was a real big part of my success in LA that year because of the family guy that he is. So, yeah, that's the type of person that he is. And, but, you know, when it comes to hockey, you know, he brings that other side to him, and it's all about winning when it comes to hockey.
Okay, we'll go to Kevin Bieksa.
Hey guys, first question for Milan. That game you're talking about against Anaheim, you guys probably lost that game, right? And then and then this is kind of my I just got off the golf course. I'm just on this just for entertainment's sake. But Michael, like, you've been in Calgary your whole career. I shot low, by the way, too. But I remember the Calgary Flames. Like, you guys are just so hard to play against. Like, going back to, you know, when Iginla was there and some of those guys, and even like my last couple of years, you guys were so tough to play against. So when I get off the golf course and I see that Daryl Sutter's the head coach now of the Calgary Flames, I'm thinking somebody there wants you guys to get back to that game, right? Where you guys are physical. You're like, Michael, you're not like a physical guy, I would say, but you don't back down from anybody. Obviously, Luch, you only had 6 hits last night. You're probably going to need 12 hits a game from when Sutter's the coach. But do you guys not agree? Like, somebody in that organization wants you guys to get back to that, like, tough, hard to play against, skilled team. Yeah. Like, you guys are skilled, you make plays. But like, the big thing about Calgary, you guys are just so tough and hard to play against. That was kind of my takeaway from the hiring. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. I know it's there. I know I've seen it before. Fortunately, I haven't seen it, you know, consistently over my time here in Calgary. But like you said, there's been times when this team has been hard, just a hard-nosed kind of play team. Sorry, still has, like you said, skill. And yeah, I think this year hasn't been going the way we want. And I think the hiring of Daryl is definitely, you know, our management saying, you know, we're still believing you guys, but we need more, and we need more of that type of game that Daryl's going to bring.
Yeah, and just to elaborate, you know, we're at our best when we're playing that hard type of style that you're talking about. And I mean, I know you remember when Daryl took over in LA, that was the biggest thing that he brought there was, you know, they became probably the hardest team to play against, and they were hard to play against, and it was even hard to get a scoring chance against them when he went in there. So I think that's kind of what you're talking about with hard to play against.
Well, people like associate that with old school, right? Like, oh, he's an old school coach. Well, really, he's just a demanding coach that knows X's and O's. Forget about that. At the end of the day, it's about your compete. So I'm sure he's going to bring that out of you guys, and you guys are a lot better team when you guys are competing hard. That's just my 2 thoughts. What do I know, though? Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
All right, final question here with Pat Steinberg.
And Michael, just a quick one for you. If you can just give a thought on kind of this going full circle for you. Daryl drafted you in 2007, and now you're going to get an opportunity to play for him. Just how it kind of strange for you that it's all kind of played out this way.
Yeah, it is. I mean, my whole career I always said I'm always going to be thankful to Daryl for drafting me and for taking such good care of me. Like Milan talked about earlier, how such a family man, and he took such a good care of me my first years here in Calgary. And you know, I always said I'm always so thankful for that. And even Brent, you know, teaching me the right way, how to play and how to, you know, my second year in this league was really hard, but those 2 guys made sure I knew what it would take to stay in this league. And it was hard for me at the time, hard, honest conversations, but it definitely turned my career around and for the better. And, you know, I'm excited to see Daryl again and get to see what he's like as a coach. Only saw him as a GM. So, yeah, I'm excited to see him again. And I'm excited for this group to, you know, start to get to know him and get to play for him.